Hey guys, welcome to another segment of What's Your Issue? This is the part 2 of our
conversation
with Emeka.
So we're gonna keep talking and continue on, and we hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned.
Yes. I agree.
So on that note, let's talk about the qualities that y'all be looking at in general. Men, well, Emeka can't speak for everybody, and Bernice and I can't speak for all women.
No, we can't.
But in general, not specific to one person, but what qualities make a person more ideal than another person?
I think for me, somebody that's just be honest. Like,
but I mean honest, because a lot of people ask for honesty, and then a man's like, "Oh, I have 10 children." You're like, "Huh?"
And that's fine with me, Nisha. I want somebody to be honest with me in terms of who they really. No, tell me that. Like, you know what I mean? For me, if you have 10 kids, I would want to know.
Yeah.
Tell me that. Don't paint a picture. Mm-hmm. You know that, because I'm not like the. Once you really get to know me, you'll see that I'm just. Like, I'm really normal. I'm down to earth. I want somebody that's honest, that can be like, Bernice, I have 6 kids. Okay. That will give me that time to, like you said earlier, decide if this is somebody that I want to
be with.
Exactly. And even you being honest with me with that, I can be like, okay, well, if they were honest with me about how many kids or whatever situation that they're in, that gives me that inclination to be like, okay, let me give this person a chance, because I can recognize within myself that I'm also not perfect.
Of course.
So I cannot judge you and whatever. The only time it will become an issue is like, why are you lying to me? It's not that deep. I'm still getting to know you.
Right,
it's
exactly.
not necessary for you to lie, you know? So for me, honesty is a big thing. And then somebody too that can just make me laugh. I love to laugh. Yeah, like, and then a person too that I can just talk to about different things, because there's multiple sides to everybody and multiple sides to me. Don't put on a facade just to try and
impress.
Yeah, just
yeah.
Come at me with who you are and let me figure out if you're somebody I want in my life or not.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, so that's for me. What about you guys?
100%, I'd say the same. Just be real.
Yeah.
You know, be real with yourself, be real with me, who you are. Somebody who, for me, definitely someone who's ambitious, who is self-motivated, someone who is funny, loves to have fun, someone who is spontaneous as well. And, you know, I like to have a good time, so.
It's important, obviously.
Yeah.
It's important.
You gotta get jiggy with it.
Nah, again, jiggy, nah.
Y'all old people.
Will Smith. Brought me back. What about you, Nish?
You know what? For me, communication is really important, and that's
definitely.
just simply somebody whom I can talk to about whatever is happening.
Yeah.
Not to expect them to give me advice or whatever, but just to have an open discussion of something that's on my mind, something that I enjoy doing or might not like doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And have that reciprocated where they feel like they can share their day to day or whatever stresses or struggles they're going through. That's important for me to be able to have a conversation with someone and it's reciprocated as opposed to just saying something and there's dead silence. They don't know what to say or how to go. I find it hard to connect with men like that or women, people in general, and build relationships. So communication is important for me. Just accepting people for who they are, because as you say, people are not perfect and people come to you as they are, and it's not for you to be changing people or trying to fit them in little boxes to make it more comfortable for you to, right?
Definitely.
It's just like accepting this person. This is how this person is. They might not like that. You might like the thing they don't like, but like working around it. I'm not looking for a clone, or somebody who's like, oh, she likes this, well, I like that. No, I'm looking for somebody who knows what they want in life, and they're willing to pursue that, right? And I'm gonna respect that, because then they come in my life, they're also gonna respect that I know what I want and I'm gonna pursue what I want.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be a hindrance to their goals.
Exactly.
Right? We're gonna work together and, you know, like complement each other in our journey. But I'm not looking for a replica of, you know what I mean? Like
definitely.
Someone that'll challenge you.
Right.
And what you said is very important, the communication part of it, because it's easy to talk, but do you listen? And not just listen, are you hearing what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And are we able to communicate? But another thing I forgot to mention was just someone who is just kind. Who has a kind heart, just polite. Just nice people. I'm not talking about someone who, you know, likes to be taken advantage of because they're so nice and so kind and so meek. And, you know, I like to know that you still have your dark side if you need to go get shit done or whatever, but you have a good heart. You have a kind heart. You know how to communicate. You know, you're looking to better yourself. Yeah. Almost spilled that. Looking to better yourself. Looking to better yourself, and we're in this together.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not me against you. It's a team thing. And someone loves to travel the world.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
That's important.
Yeah, definitely.
So now we talked about like good, positive qualities. What's your number one turn off? Or maybe, not just one, but you probably have a list of things.
There's a few.
I do.
For me, like, my main one would just be the lying. Like, don't lie to me. Just come to me as you are, because, like I said,
and let you decide.
Let me decide. It's because then once it's like, I don't want to have to go out there and figure out, okay, you're this or you did. Just come and talk to me, because nobody has a perfect past. You know what I'm trying to say? I know and I recognize within myself that I can't judge you. You know, so just be honest. That's my biggest thing, is honesty. Because once I find out that you're not, like, there's that other person inside of me that will just... No, it's like a Gemini.
Gemini jumps
like my different person, like, it just... I'll fixate on it. It's like, why did you feel the need to lie to me? Because I can tell you, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So, for me, that's a big thing for me.
I agree. Lying is definitely one. I think for me, the biggest one outside of lying is just... It ticks me off. I have a pet peeve when people try to control the other people.
God, yes.
Or you want to, conform someone to your own perspective of life or beliefs on how the person should be, how they should act. And maybe it's because of.
Thank you, sir.
It could be for multiple reasons. It could be insecurities. So because of that, because of fear, you're using that to control the other person. It could just be whatever the reason is. Regardless, I don't like it if someone tries to control me. If I don't do it to you, don't do it to me. If I'm not trying to control you, don't try to fucking control me.
Yes.
It's not gonna fly.
It's annoying, because then it makes you even want to challenge them more. Once you feel like you're being controlled, it gives you that, like, something sparks up inside of you, and you're just like, so you think you're gonna control me? Watch. For me, it's like, watch how I'm gonna fuck you. That's me. Like, my thing just goes up and be like, you fucker. You think? Watch.
No, but even in relationships, that if that happens, honestly though, on the real, it's a good opportunity to have that conversation, to have that communication, and be open with each other and be vulnerable and be able to speak on the things. Why are you controlling? Why do you lie so much? Why do you do this when you say you're going to do this? Like, why don't you keep your word? Whatever it is, it creates the opportunity for people to have that communication as adults without judging the other person, really giving the other person a chance to talk, and then you listen. And then having empathy for the other person, so where you can understand where the other person is coming from. Maybe they've been lied to numerous of times, they've been cheated on, whatever. That doesn't justify them bringing that into this new relationship. But it's a good opportunity to talk, and then from there, you guys really will develop a stronger bond.
But you also have to recognize that some people are not willing to do. They're not able to do that. Even you might be at that level of maturity where you can bring that conversation to them, but they might not see it as you being supportive or proactive. They might see it as you attacking them. So you really just have to figure out. You have to know the person you're working with.
Definitely. I agree.
But for me personally, the biggest turn off for me is when someone tries to make me into someone who they're comfortable with. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, oh, do this, this is nice, or oh, why do you do something like that? Trying to steer me in a way. It's like controlling, but it's a more manipulative,
sly way,
right? And I am very like conscious aware of that, like heightened sense of awareness when it comes to that. And so if I'm talking to a man and he's trying to like I'm sharing my opinion about something, for example, maybe he disagrees, such is life, right? But instead of listening to what I'm saying or where I'm coming from, it's like, well, you shouldn't believe like that. You should think like this.
He's telling you what to do.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we're not going nowhere because
it's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, and for me, and I'm very much like immediately cutting them out. I'm not gonna waste time about it. I don't try to like I try to bring different perspectives to people, but ultimately I very much accept enough. People have their lived experiences, and some people are very much stuck in their ways where they don't want to learn anything other than what they have been brought up on.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have to recognize that you're dating people. You have to recognize that maybe that's not the person for you because that's not where you are and that's not where your journey leads, right? Right. So that's my biggest turnoff, as well as lying. Lying is a big deal, and I don't want to minimize it by saying it's not a big deal, but it depends on how far in we are.
Yeah.
When you like lie.
Yeah.
Because initially people try to put on. I'm more tolerant if people put it on initially, but maybe like a few months in, we're trying to build a deeper connection, trying to get to know each other on a more authentic level, and you're still putting on.
After the cupcake phase.
Yes, exactly.
Cupcake phase.
There's a cupcake phase.
Yes,
I like that.
No, on the real, because in the beginning everyone is
everything is sweet, nice, yes.
And then 4 months down the road,
you're still like no.
You're like
stand your ass.
Like so annoying. So
it's true.
So how about you're talking with each other, you might have a little vibe. So how soon after should you get into the intimacy, give up
the goodies.
Open the cookie jar,
the cookie jar.
Give a little taste. Shut up. Why he?
Okay, so let me maturely speaking, guys. You guys are killing me right now, Nisha. Okay, maturely speaking, if you're mature, and I feel like the both of you guys are, shut up, Anisha, on that mature level, I really don't think that there should be like a time limit or whatever, depending on, the guy and yourself, and because you're grown, I feel like you have the right to do whatever you need to do. But certain cases, you do need to hold off just to make sure that
what kind of cases?
Well, just okay, so like if
I'm curious, for real.
With certain people, Emeka, you go on dates with, like there are certain instances you're like, you know what, let me just take my time, get to know what you're about, and fill you out first. There's certain people when you see, like some women just know which guys they're gonna fuck on the first date or whatever.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like we tend to know which guys it's like,
Yeah, you tend to know who's gonna get it.
Yeah, like I don't really want a relationship with you, but just physically I'm attracted to you. I just want to see what you're about. Let's just do what we have to do.
Drop them draws.
But certain cases it's like I really do need to get to know who you are, see what you're about. Because some men you kind of guess that that's what they're after anyway. So with certain, let me speak for myself. Once I get that sense, you're already like written off.
What do you mean though? Written off completely, or you
Sorry,
like
question.
a time?
Is it more so dependent on what you're looking for, or what kind of person you have a sense of this guy?
Yeah, it's like more of what I'm looking for. Like, so if I go on a date and then the first thing the guy talks about to me is that, it's like, okay, thank you. You're already written off my books. Okay. But at least indulge me in a conversation that's stimulating. Let's talk about something else. Don't make me feel like, we all know ultimately that is the end goal, but I don't need to know right away.
Even if that's what you're looking for as well?
Yeah, even if that's what I'm looking for. At least let's kind of get to, because already in my mind, Emeka, like, if I'm going to sleep with you, Nisha, I know I'm going to do that with you. It's just a matter of when I'm ready to do that with you. But I don't need you jumping in right away and going, yes, I appreciate your honesty. Don't get me wrong. I do appreciate that honesty, but not on the first,
So if I flip that to where it's a date and it's the girl that's first, right out of the gate, she's talking about how she likes to be tied up and yada yada yada.
Okay.
Well, I guess it depends on the man and like what he's looking for.
No, okay, but still, I. But I
think it's If the female, but Nisha, if the woman is going on a date with him, but if the female is telling him say, okay, look, I like you, whatever, let's get it on. And you're, like I said, it goes back to my first point. As long as you guys are mature, and if that's what you want to do at that time with that individual, and you're like, yes, I'm about that too, then y'all do what you guys got to do because you guys are mature people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But for you, if it was brought to you on the first date, you're like, regardless if that was what you were looking for.
Yeah, just at least kind of like indulge me.
Yeah, pretend.
Yeah, let's indulge.
Yeah.
Because I already know if I'm going to sleep with you or not. But the more you harp on it, Nisha, the more it turns me off.
Okay. Do you have a time limit?
No. No, really. I mean, to Bernice's point, like, it depends on, like, we can meet and there's that initial, that attraction is crazy and the date goes well and we gotta go back to
my place
because what happens to you girls if we're both on the same page on that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's a time limit at all. If I'm looking for, even if I'm looking for like a proper relationship, like a serious relationship,
right.
I don't really put a timer like, no, I want to save myself, make sure she's right. Fuck all that. Listen, if we're attracted to each other, we're adults, we're sexually active mammals, like, let's get at it.
Yes.
Sure.
I am.
Yes, it's time.
I am where you are at.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you on this because I don't think there should be a time limit. And I say this because I think my mother had said this. She said this to me a few times. She's like, regardless of if you wait 6 months or 5 years or whatever, if the man's gonna leave, the man's gonna leave. And so I think you're an adult. As an adult, you want to date this man. You're attracted to this man, regardless of where it might go, how long you might be together. No one can predict the future. We don't have crystal balls. If you're attracted and you see that, like, the first night, if he's talking about tying you up and you're like, yes, I want to do that.
This is what I want.
Go get tied up. What's the problem?
Exactly.
I don't think there's a problem.
No.
Because if the worry is that, well, he's going to think less than you, that's ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah, very.
Right? Am I going to think less than him? That should be his worry. Because if he tell me he's going to tie me up and can't perform, well, that's a different story, right? So I don't think...
all this hype and only to be under. I know.
Oh my God, I have a story, guys. Anyway, not here.
That's for another segment.
But like, no, I don't think there should be a timeline. I understand that for some people, they do have their timeline, but I think it's a bit naive.
Yeah, it is.
I do. I don't think your self-respect should be attached to how long you wait to have sex with someone you're physically attracted to, right? It's as long as you're consenting to it and you're happy with the choice you're making, then whose permission are you waiting for?
And you're a mature adult, like, for heaven's sakes, like, you know what I mean? You have a right to make certain decisions that's suitable for you. Just keep your damn mouth shut and don't tell people if you're worried about being labeled a damn hoe or whatever.
Between me and
it's between you and your...
It's really interesting.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, just keep your shit to yourself.
Yeah, I met this one girl it's a while back. And we went on a few dates. Maybe we went on 3 dates or something. And she had gone out of town, and I was like, okay, when you get back in town, we'll get together again.
Right.
When she got back in town, we're like, all right, what are we doing tonight? She was like, so what are we doing tonight? And I'm like, well, we can go to this bar, have a few drinks, and we can go back to your place. I've been craving you, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Like, I'm letting you know.
Ooh.
And then we
straight up like that, Emeka.
This is by the 3rd, 4th date, so we're already in. I'm just like, being respectful and being a gentleman. And then I let you know, like,
I've been craving you.
Forget all that dinner. Let's go here, go there. Let's go to the bar that's closed, have a few drinks.
Yes.
Go back, because we already had a conversation of, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something serious. I find you attractive.
Yeah.
And we're fucking adults. What's the next thing to do? I would think that's the next thing to do. But then she hit me back with some, after I wasn't like, straight up raw graphic or whatever. That could be, but that's not what I did. I was still being,
You're so respectful.
Still being respectful. And she's like, that she didn't want to, that she doesn't think this is going to work out or whatever.
What do you mean work out? I thought we didn't want anything serious.
We were in agreement.
What are we working out?
I'm like, I don't...
The bed? But
I don't understand, I'm like, I don't really get where you're coming from, but you know what?
So you left it at that.
It's so good, and then I just ended it right there. Because you're wasting fucking time. Yeah. Why am I wasting my time?
Yeah, we already agreed. And spending money for, like, you already agreed. We don't want anything serious, so we're basically trying to we're friends now. Yeah. We're trying to be that friend. Maybe we can still.
I don't think she ever reached.
No.
Maybe she lied to herself. I think,
yeah. Emeka's all about the reaching, yo. Yo! Let's pretend to.
I'm just saying, like, exactly. Even after the exactly.
Even the first date?
No, there was no fourth. Like, the fourth would have been when we would have,
And it happened. Damn it.
So I'm like, you know what?
Maybe she.
Oh my God! Don't kill me.
Maybe she was lying.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Let's talk about stuff. Like, let's talk about that. Like
the games people play.
But it's like putting on this like. If you are looking for a relationship, just fucking say you're looking for a relationship.
Don't put pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you're saving you're 40. Like,
yeah, if you're looking for a sex ship, just say that's what you're. Shut up, we're making new words here.
Regardless, you're 39, 40, like.
Yeah, you're grown. You're an adult.
Just let it be what it is.
And
that's the annoying part, though, Nisha, with this whole dating and whatever. Like, some people may come off as being sincere in terms of dating. God, look, I just want a friendship or whatever it is, and then you have those people putting in the effort and lying to you about what they really want. It's very confusing.
It is confusing.
It's very annoying.
And I feel like there are a lot of guys out there, honestly, that these days, because of how weird or funny or dating is, online dating, people don't know how to communicate online.
Yeah.
Online dating, I think, is bullshit. I've never done that, but. Like, there are people, even when they start to go on dates, all these crazy expectations that people put on themselves. And of course, there is the Me Too movement, which was important, and I'm glad that
it is important.
That carried steam. But even to a fault, some guys are like, how do I? Is it okay if I? Honestly, it's things.
Yeah, it's true. Little certain nuances, like even just touching somebody by the hand, it's like you're now nervous to do that.
Right.
And versus back in the day, Nisha, like if a guy was to even go like this, it's a certain level of reassurance. Like, oh my God, he touched my arm.
Like, do you want a guy?
Might be some.
Yeah. Do you want a guy who acts on being respectful though?
Okay.
Acts on his desires, lets you know that he wants you. Is not afraid to let you know that he wants you. Or do you want a guy that's like tippy-toeing around you, like if
I want somebody that's honest.
You're gonna act as long as it's reciprocated. Like for me personally, if I know that a man desires me, not even if I desire a man, he's gonna know.
Yes, definitely.
and then it's like if him in his response tells me that we're on the same page, then I'm okay with that.
Definitely.
But I wouldn't want a man who finds me attractive, but then presents unsure around me as opposed to how to interact with me or touch me in a way that's awkward. Like, it would have me considering other stuff, like, is he okay? You know what I mean? Like,
if I haven't told you I have an issue with you touching me or whatever, just come and approach me until I have that conversation and says to you, listen, please don't touch me. Please, whatever. But if I'm still talking to you, most women, if they're interested in a guy and whatever, they still continue on. Like, even if the guy goes like this, we're like, and we'll still stand there and talk and engage. Like, so you have to kind of look for certain cues that women are also giving you. But I know sometimes it can be hard for some.
It is.
Yeah, let a brother know.
It's true.
Let a brother know, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's true.
A brother, let him know.
Oh, ladies, are you hearing this?
But I think though, I think one of the faults that I can say with women, and especially as it relates to like dating and men, and maybe it's the women that I know, it's like they're not more intentional in what they want. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying to a man, listen, I like you, I like your energy, but what you're offering is not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, right. Oh.
And as well as there's nothing saying to a man like, listen, you're coming on a bit too strong, like you need to step back because I don't know about that. Or, listen, I'm just here to have a good time. Yeah. So are you down for that? Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of confusion happens. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but like the messages that women are sending, it's not very clear. Like, a man has to like pick through to figure out what it is that this girl really wants. Like, she says one thing and I'm going with what she says, but I'm not getting the response that I think should be appropriate to what she says. You know what I mean?
But a lot of men too, Nisha, do this exact same thing. Some men are not clear with their interactions or their intentions. So it leaves us wondering, like, what the hell? You're flirting with me, you know what I mean? Doing all of this and whatever. And then I turn around and then it's like, okay, you're doing that to somebody else. And then I'm thinking,
but there's nothing wrong with doing the same thing to
I mean, there isn't, but if I'm feeling you on that level, you know what I mean? In my mind, I should be the only one that's getting
but please, I think that's a bit naive.
Whatever. Yeah, no, it is.
Okay,
I am. But at the same time,
damn it, you're gonna answer.
No, but at the same time, if you're a man and you're giving me a certain signal, you need to be mindful, especially if we're in the same vicinity, and then you're gonna go out and flirting.
That's disrespectful.
Yeah,
with somebody else. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like those are things I need to be taken into consideration.
I agree. That's disrespectful.
Yeah, like
guy or girl, it doesn't matter.
But what about dating multiple people?
What about that?
Do you think that's something that should be done?
Well, yeah,
or is it like, let me date this one person, figure it out, move on to the next person and figure it out? Or do you think, let's just cast my net and, make time for all? But that is the whole point of dating, though.
I think we have certain things misconstrued when it comes to dating. My understanding of dating is dating is to date multiple people to figure out who you really see as somebody that you can potentially build with.
Right.
So I don't feel like, I think in this day and age, we use dating as a term for being in like a relationship.
Yeah.
You know, where it's misconstrued. Like, yes, when you're dating, you should be able to date 4 or 5 different people, unless you specifically have said, you know what, you're the person that I'm going to be dating selectively, like just that one. But ultimately, my understanding of dating is that, when you're ready, we go out on a Saturday, another weekend. If I have time and somebody else invites me, I'm going to go.
I'm available.
Yeah, exactly. And unless we have that agreement stating that, I'm dating you selectively, you're dating me selectively.
Oh, exclusively.
Whatever, that's the word. Hear me selectively. Exclusively, and that's it. Unless, for me, if that conversation hasn't been had, then I can go on dates.
It's a free-for-all.
Yeah, you can go on dates. It is what it is. I'm not in a relationship with you if I'm dating you.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah?
Your take?
I agree. I think you guys need to, all 2 parties need to have that conversation.
Yeah, right, okay.
And, agree that, okay, we're exclusively dating now. I'm with you, you're with me. You have my attention, you're who I want to be with.
Right.
Enough with the line.
You're who I want to be with. If you guys haven't had that conversation, don't assume that you guys are exclusive, regardless of what the other person says to the other.
That's very true.
At the same time, you guys need to have that clear understanding as to what am I looking for.
Yeah.
Well, what are you looking for? Well, I'm looking for somebody that I have a good connection with and spend some time with and just have a good time.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they're exclusively looking to date you.
Yeah.
They're just looking for somebody, and they could be looking for that thing in several somebodies.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Exactly.
Until you guys have that conversation, it's open table, as you say.
I agree. Nisha, what's your take?
Totally in agreement with you guys. I do think that dating it's exploratory. It's like, listen, it's a job interview. You send your resume to all these people, and the employer calls you back. And sorry, you're one of many. And not to say that you're not great and special, but sometimes people are just looking for where they connect, and that might not be you, but that shouldn't take away from the fact that you need to explore all your options. Yeah. And you're doing yourself a disservice if the first person you like or be physically attracted to, that's the first person you're committed to. Like, you don't know who this person really is, right? You haven't given yourself the opportunity to explore and see what else is out there. So, it should be an exploratory phase where you get to know multiple people and then decide.
Yep, I agree.
Okay. So, guys, we've been going on at this for a while, and we can literally do this for the whole freaking day.
Yes.
There's so much to talk about.
Plenty.
So we're going to end it here. Hopefully, we'll get to see Emeka again, because we really enjoy having him on our channel, and we have such interesting conversations.
Always.
And we can talk more about many different things. I know you guys are going to have more questions. So we'll see how his schedule works out. He's very busy, guys. He's doing a lot of things, a lot of big things. We have, wish him well for his future.
Yes.
Of course. Yes. So we're so appreciative of him and his time.
Yeah, definitely.
So, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. We want to know your opinions. We want to know what you think. And let us know in the comment section. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Cheers, guys.
And guys, don't forget to plug in, check out his social media.
Yes.
Again, please plug it in back in.
It is personal. It is MENAX_99, Menax_99, or at the Hustlers Corner Podcast, or at a Gamma Label, AGAMALABEL. Thank you so much for having me on the show again.
You're very welcome.
Oh, no problem.
We love having you. You can come anytime.
Always fun.
We love having you. Okay, take care, guys.
Bye.